Multiplying and factoring is what we're into today, and this is going to lead to a lot of factoring that we do over the course of this chapter. Okay, so our goals today is first to be able to multiply a polynomial by a monomial. Remind your neighbor what a monomial is. Okay, volunteer, what's a monomial? Yes? One term, yes, it is one term. So we're multiplying a polynomial, meaning many terms, by something with one term. And then we're going to factor. And factoring is kind of the undoing of the multiplication. So we're going to do one thing, and then we're going to undo it in the next step. That way you kind of know how to go back and forth there. So the first part here, find the product. I asked you to do that. Go ahead and show your neighbor what you got for number 1 there. All right, let's check. So hopefully everyone did the distributive property. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 8 is 24. 3x plus 24. How many got it? Okay, so we've done that earlier in the year. Remember, this 3 means I have 3 of these x plus 8s. Okay, so if you wanted to think of it in expanded form, you could think of it as x plus 8 plus x plus 8 plus x plus 8. And you could go that route and then simplify it that way. It takes a lot longer, but that is then 1, 2, 3 x's and 8, 16, 24. So 3x plus 24. Just quicker if you bring it in using the distributive property. Okay? So what I want you to do right now is let's go ahead and expand those 3. Okay? Go for it. Number 10 here, get some people up there. So first number is person number 2, Annalise. Annalise, you get number 4. Bring anyone up with you want. Number 7 goes to Mackenzie's. All right. Jason, you correct yours? You correct yours? Come on.
So you got?
Oh. I forgot to write my name on Brian's paper. Yeah, to show that I corrected it. Oops. Who cares if it fails? Okay. It's so mean.
All right.
Oh, 2x.
Okay, check your work. Make sure yours matches, and if it doesn't, you either figure out why, disagree, agree, whatever. So, number 4, we good? 2x plus 4x? Yeah, x times x, is that 2x? Now we say yay? Nay? What is it? It is not 2x squared. It is just x squared, yeah. So a common mistake, x times x, x plus x is 2x, so that's actually x squared. But that's why we do these, okay? And then x times 4, who agrees? 4x, we're good? Disagree? All right. You didn't have the resounding agree there, but yes, 4x, x squared plus 4x. All right. Good work. Okay? How about here? 2x times 2x, we good? No, what do we need?
2x squared.
4x squared. Yeah, 4x squared. And 2x times negative 7 or negative 14x, that good?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Very good. Okay, number 10. Any questions on 4 and 7? You can, how it's x squared?
Yeah.
What happened?
And when you multiply an x by an x? Yeah. X by x is x squared, so. All right. Number 10, Cole. You get number 10, man. It's all you.
They didn't like the Mexican border. I should like drop fence too. I did say there were a bunch of little people jumping
Let's check it. All right, tell your neighbor whether you agree or not. I agree, I disagree. Negative 2d times d squared. D times d squared is d cubed. That's negative 2d cubed. Negative times positive is negative 2. And then d times d is d squared. And then negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Okay, and we've got the d. All right, there we got it. Very good. Any questions? All right, everyone rank themselves 1 to 5. Okay. I'm going to hand out your assignment. What I'd like you to do when you get your assignment. Ryan, you can grab the other piece on my desk there. What I want you to do when you get your assignment, I want you to go through this portion right up here. 1 through 12. Okay? Very good. Okay. Hey, are there any questions on 1 through 12? Ones that have come up? No? All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next section there. I realize you might not quite be done with that section, but pause, please. Take a look at 13 through 30. Okay. 13 through 30 asks for the greatest common factor. Okay? So looking at, say, like number 13, go ahead and tell your neighbor what the greatest common factor of each of those terms are.
Maybe 4.
All right, what's the greatest common factor? What goes into both 8x and 4? Yeah, 4. So right now, we're just going to find the greatest common factor. And the way I want you to write this, please, is to write it with a 4, and then I just want you to put a parenthesis after it, just for now. Okay? All right. Go ahead and try number 14 there. Figure out what you think the greatest common factor is on your own. On your own, for crying out loud. 3 times, man. Shee-man-ee. You're like the one in the movies yelling out the ending. All right. Well, Cole, what's the greatest common factor? 15 is the numeric. Anything else? Annalise? Yeah, x goes into both x and x squared. So we look at the smaller of the two powers, first power, so we take that. 15x. Okay? We're going to write that. Did you get that one back there? All right. Well done. Okay, everyone try number 15. Number 15. Thank you for not yelling. Go ahead and tell your neighbor what you got. All right, Parker, what'd you get? X. Anyone else get X? Heard a bunch of X's. All right, we got our parentheses. Okay, I want you to go ahead and finish up that section there, 13 through 27. Try to build into the next piece. Good question here, number 19. This numerically 7 goes into it, and then when you're looking at the variables, look at they both have x's. Okay, look at the smaller of the powers. So we take x squared there. Okay, the 2 doesn't have to go into the 3. Just think, can I multiply x squared by something to make x cubed? What could you multiply x squared by to make x cubed? Annalise? Not 2x. Well, yeah, 2x, yeah, to make from 7 to 14, sure. Yeah, so x times x squared makes x cubed. So you could make an x squared into that. So, Lily?
And then would it be the same on like 18?
So on 18, yep. So here on 18, 3 goes into 12 and a 4. Or not 3, but 4 goes into 12 and 4. And then n squared is the smaller of the two, so we'd want to put a n squared out there as well. I've just messed that whole problem up. Unbelievable. Let's try that again. 4n squared. Good question. Yeah, Mackenzie?
On 25, there's 2 of them that have like a cube and square, but
Good. So there's a lot. There's more than one. There's 3 of those D's, right? So numerically, you got 4.
yeah.
Okay, and then in terms of D, we got to take the smaller of the powers. So it would be D to the first. Okay? You can always make a bigger power, but you can't. It's harder to make those smaller ones. All right. Now I had you put those parentheses in for a reason. That reason is, as we move into this next section, numbers 28, 29, and 30, and we're just going to use this sheet here, kind of looking at it, we're factoring. And so factoring starts with what you just did. You find the greatest common factor. Okay? So everyone write it down here. Greatest common factor. Put in your parentheses set. Okay. Brendan, what'd you get?
Oh wait, for the for 2.
2. All right, 2. Do I have a second for Brendan? A 2. Good. Second. Come on, man. That was a good job. All right. In the parentheses, then, you're filling in the parentheses now. So we got the greatest common factor on the outside, then we fill in the parentheses. 2 times what is 8? 4. And what else do we need? X. 4x. So 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times what is positive 10? Positive 5. You've now factored that. Okay? You've undone the distributive property. Notice if you multiply it back in, that's 8x plus 10. Okay? You're kind of undoing what you did up here. Okay, you're working backwards. So that's called factoring. Okay? Everyone try 29 there. Give it a go. All right, go ahead and share with your neighbor what you got on 29.
Got that.
All right. What's the greatest common factor we pull out? What goes into both 12 and 8? 12 and 8? 4. Good. In cubed and in? In. Good. 4 in on the outside. Good. 4 times what is 12? 3. In times what is in cubed? In squared. 4 times what is negative 8? Negative 2. In times what is in? Yeah, it's 1. Do we need an in back here? No, we already got it, right? That's it. How many got it? Dude, it's amazing factoring stuff, man. All right, I'll be walking around, helping out. Be careful on number 30. It's a little tricky. In fact, why don't we do 30 before I start cruising around? A bit tricky, even though it looks kind of easy. All right, how many got the 7 out here? No, it's not 7. Tricked you. Okay, how many got the 2 out here? 2 is correct. 2 times what is 14?
7.
And
D.
7D, dude. That would be like, that's so much better than 3D.
Minus 1.
Then 2 times
Negative 1.
negative 1. Make sure you put the negative 1. You got to have that negative 1 back there so that when you multiply it back out, you get 14D minus 2. Okay? All right. How many got it right? Good. Didn't even trick you. All right. So go ahead and keep working through there. Your assignment is the rest of this, except 51 and 49. Just have circle one so you can cross 51 and 49 out. Number 50 you have to do. Draw a picture for 50 to help out. Okay?
Oh, we did draw a picture.
I know, pictures. Yeah. You can color them too. All right? Go ahead.
Skip right to that.